Two protesters were arrested Saturday in Washington, D.C. for writing a pro-life message on the sidewalk. The two were using chalk to write "Black preborn baby lives matter" in front of a Planned Parenthood clinic. They say police had told them they would not be stopped from writing the message as long as they used paint that would wash away quickly. The protest was to draw attention to the abortion rate in the African-American community. Joining us now is Reverend Dean Nelson, Executive Director of Human Coalition Action and Chairman of the Frederick Douglass Foundation, which co-sponsored the chalking. Reverend Nelson, welcome back to the show. Always good to see you.
Thanks so much. It's an important issue, and I'm glad to be on with you guys.
So have you received any response from D.C. officials following the arrest?
So we have not heard directly from the mayor or D.C. officials. At this point, we are working with Students for Life and Human Coalition Action to kind of come up with our strategy, because we do believe that legal action is in order on our part.
The pro-lifers say that they were asked to use a paint that would wash away quickly, yet messages like Black Lives Matter and defund the police have been painted in prominent areas of the nation's capital. Reverend, do you think there's a double standard here?
I don't think there's a clear example of a double standard. I mean, at the beginning of 1 month, people can paint, Black Lives Matter in the street with permanent paint, and it be affirmed by D.C. officials. And then later on, several weeks later, you have people that want to simply write in chalk, Black preborn lives matter, and they're arrested. So this double standard is unconscionable, and we want to make D.C. officials aware that pro-lifers who support Black lives, particularly pre-born Black lives, we want them to know that we will not stand by idle and let this type of injustice go.
What's next for the two who are arrested, and are you planning any further protests outside of abortion clinics?
In answer to that second question, we definitely are planning more of these type of protests. Human Coalition Action has partnered with other groups around the country to stand in front of Planned Parenthood clinics. We know very well the deceptive tactics that they use, and so we plan to work with other groups around the country to continue these type of peaceful protests. As it relates to the two that were arrested, we're working with our legal team to determine the best course forward, but they're safe. That day they were released a few hours later, but it is clearly, from our vantage point, a violation of their First Amendment rights, and we are working with legal teams to come up with the best strategy to move forward.
Reverend, any final thoughts, anything that you'd like our viewers to know right now?
Well, I just would like them to know to stand in prayer and solidarity with us. We believe that while we affirm the human dignity of all people, this type of discrimination against those who are standing for preborn Black lives needs to call attention to the hypocrisy in D.C. government and in many city governments around the country. We know full well that Planned Parenthood has typically worked with urban elected officials to continue to push abortion on vulnerable populations, and Human Coalition is just the opposite. We continue to provide free services to women who find themselves in unplanned pregnancies in urban communities. And so we would just ask your viewers to continue to stand with us, to pray with us as we continue this fight to make abortion unthinkable within our culture.
Reverend, thank you so much for your time today. God bless you. Reverend Dean Nelson, Executive Director of Human Coalition Action and the Chairman of the Frederick Douglass Foundation. Thank you again.
Thanks so much. God bless you.